Shalom, all my brother and sister in Christ. Yeah, this is the third time I made video, yeah. After the last video, the one I mentioned, the rapture could be happen next year rather than this year. Alright? But after I did the research more, there's still good chance, yeah, like I told you in the other videos before that, 85% rapture could happen on Christmas holiday in the year 2022, or the 7 days after the first day of Hanukkah festival on December 18 is December 25th. As God warned us as a 7 days warning. I told you already there are dreams mentioned about the bomb explosion or war 7 days as a 7 days warning before the rapture day. The number 7 is God's perfection number. But, I told you that already in the other video, that I do not see anything, no war or bomb explosion on December 18. But their article, regarding that Russia preparing the war with their missiles and their people, their military people, and with the due date, the start on December 17, just a day before December 18. Alright? Okay. This time I would like to show you more evidence. High alert, rapture alert, December 25th this year. Why I have bold to tell you that date? Because many end times dreams and vision talking about Christmas rapture dreams and vision. Like I told you already, I saw more than 100, 150, something like that. People have their dreams and vision about that. And also the Hanukkah rapture dreams and vision. Several of those. Okay? The last time I got the info from a lady. I don't know whether this is real 100% or not. I know could be the same thing like my prediction, 85%. The rapture could happen this year. Like she claims she got the vision from God. Alright? She saw what you call kind of like for shooting and the target around shape ball eye, something like that. If I'm not saying wrong, yeah. With the white and red color or something like that, and then in the middle, kind of like the target, and she saw the dripping blood, and with the year 2022, all right, and mentioned she saw the ancient book and the ancient big table, like in the biblical time. It mentioned about that the year 2022, something like that, yeah. I can tell you the link under this, in this comment box, for this video. The video I'm talking about. She mentioned about also the war happened, by this December 2022 or Christmas, and at the same time that the rapture of the church take place. All right. So I would like to show you, what happening with the war right now, which is mainstream media do not mention how far this war preparing the war, all these things, just set up or on the state, like false flag, because all the people who involved with this war are on it, not just some people suspect about Zelensky, Ukrainian president, who got a lot of money. I don't remember how many billion from America. Again, he got the money. America helped him. I think just 2 days ago, he came to United States. Or behind that meeting, they have been discussing what they are gonna do with this war. I suspect about that rather than he received the money. Even though he get the money, we saw all their corruption, the taxpayer money who paid it. All right? Because all these people are corrupt and evil. Behind this, they want to depopulate the war. That's why they want to start the war in the first place, which is, we're already in the war. when this thing, the man-made pestilence happened, already started in November 2019 with this wicked Jews, yeah, people have to take it. We already started this war because this is for the New World Order Agenda 21 and 30. All right? Okay, I'd like to show you, yeah? Hold on. This is the one I show you the video before that. All right? About Putin says Russia is fighting all of NATO. Okay? Okay, I mentioned already in my other video, it's possibility when this war happen, Russia nuke America or cause the EMP attack, this because that war, and they blame America, blame Russia, who caused that. In fact, in the reality, these people all on it. These people, yeah, wicked government, Satanist globalists, who do that all together from their order. All right, from their order. So, yeah, I mentioned already about that. Zelensky want Russia, yeah, the occupier, to leave the country and give the ultimate time by Christmas. All right? Before I go any further, yeah, I'd like to show you here. Hold on. Yeah, this is about the last of my video. Yeah? Listen this video. I would like to show you again, even... All right? Yeah, when he said like that, yeah, you see, if you pay attention what Putin said, because he could attack a U.S. and Western country with the word for ensure security and safety. Like I show you the video when he have the speech, yeah, before when the time they're preparing the war like that. The Bible mentioned itself on First Thessalonians 5, verse 1 to 7. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you rapture time frames for yourself now, yeah, perfectly, and the day of the Lord and the 7 year tribulation so come as the thief in the night. Okay, when they say peace and safety, that sudden destruction come upon them, just like the Putin said. Sudden destruction come from that bomb explosion or bomb go off, the war, and also the natural disasters. All right, and hold on. Oh, this another one, yeah, same thing. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, this another event, yeah. Let me show you this video first. Yeah, hold on. I don't think I have the sound.
Russia's military tactics in Ukraine is just what the doctor ordered. The Russians have begun to destroy Ukrainian lines of communication, the power grid, bridges, roads, and railroads, without which Ukraine's forces cannot be resupplied. Once the destruction of the lines of communication is completed, Russia's army, particularly in its extensive artillery, will present Ukrainian forces with the unpleasant reality that they are vastly outgunned and outnumbered. James W. McConnell, former member of the New Hampshire House of Representatives, wrote an article published on the website of Ron Paul Institute for Peace and Prosperity. The degree of unpleasant reality will depend on how far Russia wants to move west, he believes. The most likely option is that the Russians will want to take at least Nikolaev and the Odessa regions, in addition to the 4 regions that Russia has already taken: Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhia, and the Kherson regions. When Moscow achieves these goals, NATO will find itself in a difficult situation in which the alliance will either have to recognize the victory of Russia or engage in battle with the Russians, the retired colonel wrote in the article. The North Atlantic Alliance despite its undoubted military power, has very little chance of winning the war with Russia. In support of his opinion, quite unexpected for a career U.S. Air Force officer, McConnell admits Russia is the world leader in terms of air defense technology. Russia's S-400 air defense system is considered to be the world's best system of this class. Turkey, a NATO member, has such systems at its disposal, but Russia has already modernized them to S-500. Moreover, the S-500 systems have already been deployed at critical facilities in Russia. Russia is 5 years ahead of the United States in the field of hypersonic missile technology. The United States is defenseless against Russian missiles that travel at hypersonic speeds and are capable of maneuvering during the flight path. The U.S. is still at the stage of hypersonic test, whereas Russia has already fielded at least 4 different hypersonic missiles from its existing family of missile systems: the Kinzhal, the Kalibr, the Iskander, and the Zircon, let alone the Avangard hypersonic glide vehicle. Should NATO enter a war with Russia, the U.S. Navy's carrier task force in the Ion Sea is an obvious Russian target. How can it successfully defend itself against Russia simultaneously and probably massive hypersonic and conventional missile attack? McConnell wonders. Should the Russians sink a aircraft carrier task force, Taiwan would, example, have to rethink any illusions it has about the U.S. coming to its aid in a conflict with China and become far amenable to a self-conquest similar to the Chinese takeover of Hong Kong. So I'm not going to read the rest of the article, folks, but this is the evidence right now that we have going on, that Russia now is getting ready. They're getting ready for a direct war with NATO, folks, in Ukraine. And we told you this was going to happen about 3 weeks ago. I told you that probably Polish forces and NATO forces were going to be moving into Western Ukraine to set up a buffer to try to prevent Russia from taking that area. And it looks like it's going to happen. Looks like it's going to happen. So let's go to the next video. I want to show you, once again, that American forces are fighting in Ukraine, folks. Russian forces are now fighting on the side of the Ukrainian military. In this video, you're going to hear with your ears, you're going to hear the American soldiers talking out loud. You can see them with the blue armbands that the Ukrainian military wears. Russia has trapped this squad of American special forces in the Bakhmut region. They have surrounded the building, and now they're engaging in a firefight.
Okay, so yeah, I just tell you the part of this video, yeah, and I will tell you the link. Yeah, he mentioned tell a lot of information regarding that. What is that? What happened? Yeah,
retired American colonel says.
All right. So there's a lot of info from him, and he mentioned about the NATO involved with the war. I mean, involved the war with Russia. It's not just United States and Europe. This is bigger than people think. Let me show you, yeah, what I posted today in my Facebook. All right, Russia against all NATO countries. It means the war not just involved between Russia and Western countries, or Russia attack the Europe and the US. Is also involved with Middle East, or Iran will attack Israel in Syria, or Damascus ruins hip prophecy in Isaiah 17, verse 1. China will attack Taiwan because very long time they want to invade Taiwan and China. North Korea will attack South Korea. North Korea threaten United States and South Korea. The war in Korean Peninsula could happen at the same time when Russia attacked the US and Europe, because this is a good chance for North Korea to attack the US military bases in South Korea. When the US military busy to fight with Russia, that's a good chance also. North Korea already long time want to attack America, yeah, because they want to take South Korea, yeah, to join with their country, yeah, communist country. Because the people who have behind that North Korea is China. I know China, yeah, dreaming want to invade or take over America. Their dreams and vision mention about China invade America. Could be that North Korea involved that too, because China and North Korea work together. All right, not just Russia invade America during that 7 years tribulation. There a dream, yeah, from the Lord to Pastor Patrick Winfrey. Talk about the rapture will occur, yeah, or took place in that dream, yeah, when the bomb explosion in the Korean Peninsula. All right. So this okay, let me finish reading this. Many dreams and visions tell when these wars happen in these countries, or the bomb go down, or the bomb go off. The rapture of the church happen at the same time, or the rapture saints will go up. As I told you already many times in each my video, to remind the people, a lot of people, Christian, have that Christmas and Hanukkah rapture dreams and vision, and the war started on Christmas. Beside that, yeah, Obama during his speech, I think in 2000, I forget, 8, because he got before he won the second election, from I remember. Okay, Trump 2016. Before Trump, I think Obama, let me see. Obama, 4 years, 2012. Probably around 2011, or a year before another election, something like that. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but at the year, no big problem. I know during that speech, Obama mentioned about that, kind of like joke, a lot of people laughing. Yeah, but what they laugh about? He said, I will win on the war on Christmas. He said like that, I will win the war on Christmas. He talking about that man's, parachute man, something like that. He don't know, say like that. Man flying down there from that plane. This is talking about the war started on Christmas. Okay? I told you already, Obama is the Antichrist forerunner. He's not the real beast the real beast Revelation 13. He is the leopard beast in Daniel chapter 7. Okay? Or the Antichrist forerunner. It doesn't matter. God already show a lot of people, man. Obama is very evil, tyrant, detector, yeah, and also he's possessed by the devil, but Satan himself. But all in all, he's only to distract people from the Antichrist. Because I told you already, the Antichrist, according to Daniel chapter 11 and Daniel chapter 9, the Middle Eastern young people, just like Jesus Christ, a Jew descendant, come from Syria. The age about the same age like Jesus Christ. Just exactly like that. Because the devil likes to copy Jesus Christ or God himself. Alright? This is very serious. This is serious time. Especially with this, could be this modified weather from SAARP, the Ark. That's why the unusual cold weather happened in the United States, like right now, when I'm making this video on December 23rd, Friday. Especially, to the States, yeah, no, used to be with the cold, very cold weather, not like in the cooler, very cold state. Yeah, the warmer state, they have to endure that Very, very unusual call. I know one dream, yeah, from Sister Hope, is her name. She saw the snow and to cover up all, yeah, almost the same height like horse. Then in Texas. It might not happen this year. Could be during the 7 year tribulation. Or if we still here as the bride of Christ, the rapture saints. Could be we'll witness that also. Because I told you already, that many dreams and vision mention about that big, massive natural disaster that destroy America and the rest of the world happened in the year 2023. The Lord already showed us the year 2023. I got the feeling, how come the bride of Christ still here? If that's true, the dreams and vision that happened, the Lord showed them. The year 2023, how come the bride of Christ, if the rapture not here, I mean, not happen yet this year, we will see that stuff. Because not look like it says in Matthew 24. The Lord coming, the rapture of the church, when the time, the people still marrying, drinking, eating, giving and married. Not such thing like that, no, during 7 years tribulation. Because food and water are sacred. Is not enough. Famine so bad. It's not situation like that. So more likely the rapture still could happen this year. I thought, before I told you already that this destruction, yeah. I mean, rapture happened after some destruction is not very bad yet. Because the war, some the natural disaster. And then they say peace and safety, like according to 1 Thessalonians 5. And then they make them say like that, yeah, because that war. And then another war, bigger war. And then happen at the same time with the rapture. But after us do the research, still high likely the rapture this year. I'm not saying 100%, definitely. Do not call me a false prophet. I'm not a prophetess. Many people attack me. Oh, I'm false prophet. I'm not a prophet. I'm not prophetess. I never claim myself. I'm just collecting dreams and visions from other Christians. Of course, I have the dream also from God to tell about these end time frames. And also I learn the Bible, yeah, this eschatologies. Yeah, I know a lot, yeah, about this stuff because I learn it, I want it, I pay attention about this end time since 2009. And so I know the Bible talking about this thing, yeah. All right. I collect together dreams and vision for years, yeah, what will happen in the future for the end time and 7 year tribulation, also the rapture, and also what Bible says and what happened in heaven, in the sky, in the in the sun, the stars, and the moon. All right, this is what I told you. I'm telling you what happened during this time frame. So talking about this NATO already involved, to clarify again to you, this is not just between Russia and Western countries with US. This is a good chance for the other who already long time preparing their own nuclear weapon, like Iran. Iran will attack Israel. Yeah, because the gasoline there, rich gas there in Syria. Syria is the part of Israel also. Yeah, in fact, not its own country. No, then in fact Israel's land. What if you know what in the Old Testament Bible talk about? Alright, China, yeah, that's a good time for them to do all this thing happen. Because I told you already, yeah, the war in the other video. When this bomb dropped down, yeah, the war explosion started at World War III or nuclear war. At the same time, the rapture of the church take place. Not just one area or one thing. Yeah, like between in Russia attack US or in Europe, something like that, and also involved with this China attack South Korea and US. Yeah, there are US military base there in South Korea. That's why that war could happen in Korean Peninsula. No, China. Of course, China involved that. I'm talking about North Korea attack South Korea and US. Okay, I can tell So what else? Yeah, China, yeah, have good chance to attack, and invade Taiwan. Because all together, because this already, Russia against NATO countries. It doesn't matter Russia against NATO countries, already I told you before. They are all on it, they are involved. Because with the order from Satanist globalists. Alright? And then, I'd like to show you, this talking about the World Cup quarter 2022. Not just the World Cup quarter one this year. This is in the movie. It's not in the real life. I know the final World Cup quarter, I think last November until December. I show you the time, This is from the movie, This is talking about the aliens want to invade human being, like war, This is kind of like a hint, because this movie, I'll show you that movie, if I can find it, sorry, this mine. The war, hold on. I don't like to show my picture there in my YouTube video, Alright, here, okay, in reality, 2022 FIFA World Cup. Alright? Then, in quarter, from November 20th until December 18, 2022. Until at the first day of Hanukkah Day, December 18. I told you already according to Haggai chapter 2. In some New Bible translation mention about the date December 18, according to according to Gregorian calendar, which is in the biblical calendar, mentioned about the other, in the King James Version Bible mentioned about, or the other New Translation Bible too, the 24th day of the 9 months, or the month of Casely, when God will shake the earth, the nation, with war and natural disasters. Seem look like this is not talking about the Old Testament time frame only, the prophecy, and also for the future, December 18. So it's exactly 7 days later, December 25th, for could be the rapture time frame. So this 2022 FIFA World Cup already happened, but then in the movie, okay, this is not talking about this movie. Let's see if, this movie I'm talking about, the Tomorrow War. But in the movie, the war happened, this is a 2021 movie. What is that there? 2021. But in that movie, mentioned about when the time, the quarter, like this, quarter, the World Cup in quarter, mentioned that date, that around Christmas in the 2022. What is talking about? Because a lot of movies, they are a predictive programming. All right, what will happen in the future? How they don't know? How come they know and they can predict it? Because they already planned this thing for a long time. This is the war will come. Is meaning it doesn't matter. Alien will invade. This movie talking about invade human being. That movie is talking about. But there are explosion in that stadium in quarter of World Cup. Mention the date, in 2022. In fact, this movie made in or issue in 2021. Mention the date, December, the year 2022. But the people watching that, during that Christmas time. All right, this is very high alert. I'll tell you already about Zelensky, want Russia to withdraw the troop by Christmas. This is all about this time frame, the Christmas 2022. Okay, like I told you earlier, I mentioned about this the war, okay, this is from the movie itself. the world war tomorrow, the one I told you earlier from that year 2021. This tell about the year 2022. Okay, I would like to tell you, what Paul Begley will explain you, in this video. I will show you, why this war, when the time that Russia attacked U.S. and the Europe, and also the other war will come. He tell you more detail, about this. That's why they're all together, not just one kind of war. About Ukraine and Russia. The other war, China with Taiwan, North Korea, attack South Korea, of course, behind that with America too. This is can trigger, and also the Middle East, in the one in Middle East. Iran already prepared. Iran attack Russia, Israel, in Syria, the one I told you earlier. This is all together when this thing come at the same time, and then the rapture of the church take place. I know about Russia will come, this war. I'm sure 100%, almost 100%. War will come on December 25th. All right? And about the, what else, the war will come on December 25th. All right? And also the rapture, more likely at the same time too, because what I see that. Okay? This is bigger than most people think. And also they do not tell in the mainstream media. Only I got the info from alternative media, from End Time Watchman on the Wall, who post their video. Alright? And this is bigger than people think. Mainstream media do not tell. Like I told you already in my other video. If this war come, on December 25th, man, the time is very, very cold weather. In America, this is the bad time for America. If power grid off, power outage happen, because there war, more people die. All right? I'm not saying the rapture will happen definitely this year. I know the war on this Christmas day. Okay? This is bigger than people think. Now I would like to show you Paul Begley's video. Hold on, Okay, it's in here,
And words, I'm 61 and I was born in 1961 today. So, and it's not the end of the world, not yet. Although I'm starting to wonder. The United States has made some serious moves today, quietly behind the scenes, and also in public. Let me put a shout out right now for noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. $2,000, that's what I want to say. That's what it looks like. Gold is going to go to $2,000 an ounce very soon. It's over $1,800 an ounce right now and rising. The inflation rate, of course, the outrageous gas prices, hyperinflation we've been dealing with, the taxation, the migration, the frustration, the whole financial situation has been a mess. But good news is that Bank America says that in 2023, they expect gold value to increase to over $2,000, almost $2,100 an ounce. So you might want to consider rolling over that 401k you have for your retirement funds out of the volatile stock market into a gold or silver IRA. Just pick up the phone and call Colin Plume or one of his associates at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. And tell them that Pastor Paul sent you there. NobleGoldInvestment.com. All right. So, first of all, openly, the president of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky, is about to walk into the White House any moment with a meeting with President Joe Biden. Obviously, he's looking for billions of more dollars worth of equipment and arms and missiles and defense systems and money. And he's going to get it, okay? He's also not only meeting with President Biden, but he's going to also speak before a joint session of Congress. So it will be a huge deal he's making. Putin's very upset, very angry about it, and is threatening the United States continually with potential nuclear detonation. Matter of fact, he's threatening all of Europe, which is partly why Zelensky is there. I don't think the American people want to send this much money over there. I don't think that we really got a vote in this deal. I don't even think Congress got a vote in this deal, really. But something's about to take place. We're about ready to go to the next phase of this war, which is NATO stepping up the offensives against Russia, and the battlefield is Ukraine. I think that's what Mike from around the world told us. If you listen very closely Thursday night, he said, Paul, Ukraine is the staging ground for the ultimate battle that's coming between Russia and NATO, and that's going to be fought. The staging ground is Ukraine. That's where we're setting up our front line of defense. I should say ours, I mean NATO's. That is the front line of defense. And NATO and Ukraine really has no choice but go along with this strategy, because, and what I think that Zelensky is going to get told privately at the White House today, and also leaders of Congress, is that you just hang in there. Let us use your country as a staging ground to fight this battle that's coming. Yeah, your country's going to get blown apart, but when it's all said and done, we will rebuild it for you. Meanwhile, we'll keep funneling cash to you to keep your economy and keep your nation up and running until this thing is over. I think that's the deal that's being made right now, today, at the White House and at the Congress. So it's a big money deal also for the defense contractors, which, oh, by the way, that's why Dwight D. Eisenhower told us when he was president of the United States that the greatest threat to the United States as a republic is the military-industrial complex. Don't ever let it get a foothold. Well, I think it already has the foothold, believe me. Now, meanwhile, though, while that's going on, we do have other issues. The United States just flew stealth bombers over the head of North Korea, stealth jets, as Kim Jong-un's little sister threatened war with the United States and South Korea. The United States flew nuclear-capable bombers and advanced stealth jets in a show of force against North Korea yesterday as a powerful sister, the little sister of North Korea's little dictator, Kim Jong-un, derided doubts that her country's military and threatened a full-range intercontinental ballistic missile test. The deployment of the U.S. B-52 bombers and the F-22 stealth fighter jets for joint drills with South Korean warships was part of an agreement to protect South Korea with all available means, including nuclear, South Korea's defense ministry. So we are now threatening or show of force with our nuclear bombers. The drills, which also included the F-35 fighter jets and the F-15 fighter jets from South Korea, took place in the waters southwest of Jeju Island, according to the Ministry of South Korea. Now, the United States' F-22 fighter jets were deployed in South Korea for the first time in 4 years and will stay throughout this week for training with the South Korean forces. The drills were held after North Korea claimed to have launched a test satellite for the deployment of its first military spy satellite and tested a solid-fueled motor to be used on a more mobile intercontinental ballistic missile in the past several days. North Korea has already fired a record number of missiles this year as a warning over the previous U.S.-South Korea military drills that it views as an invasion rehearsal. There are concerns it may react to the latest aerial training by the Allies with a new round of missile tests. So we have the China threatening Taiwan. We have the Iranians threatening Israel. We have the United States openly engaged with nuclear bombers and fighter jets with the South Koreans, openly engaged in a show of force with the North Koreans, who are threatening to use intercontinental ballistic missiles. And we are walking openly, we are walking President Vladimir Zelensky into the White House to meet with President Joe Biden, and then he will speak before the U.S. joint session of Congress, where the United States will then pour billions of dollars into a preparation for a war effort to be fought in Europe. And I'm telling you, it's coming. With 2 years left on the Biden administration's first term, the threat of serious battle of war in both the South Pacific and in Europe is real. And this will be one way to keep, of course, hold on power with Biden, is if we go into some kind of major war, then the U.S. will not remove him as president. And we'll continue down this path that we're on, which is a financial disaster for the United States. So this is what's happening. We are in, and now the game has been upped. When you're talking nuclear bombs in both the South Pacific and in Europe, when you're talking, guys, and then you throw in China, Taiwan, and the Middle East tensions between Iran and their threats on Saudi Arabia and Israel, we are looking at a full-blown world war. And it seems like what's happening is everyone knows that's where it's going. And so everyone is building up their arms, building up their weapons, building up their technology, and preparing their people for such a time as this. We know Putin is preparing the Russian people for the ultimate battle. And we know that the Europeans, NATO and the European Union knows it's coming. They're scared to death. The French, the British, the Germans, the Poles, Poland there, and Romania, and everybody in Europe, even Norway and Sweden, have come to the realization that World War III may be on their doorstep. And meanwhile, Taiwan is being threatened daily by China with a show of force and power. So they know it's just a matter of time. Japan knows they're going to have to jump in to help defend Taiwan and to back the United States. And the United States know they'll have to engage. And that will not just be with China over Taiwan, but it will also include dealing with the little dictator, Kim Jong-un, down there in North Korea and South Korea, which means South Korea will be involved. And then this forces these other nations that are very nervous, the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, Micronesia, and the little islands like the American Samoa, Hawaii, Fiji, Vanuatu. All these islands know that they will be stomping grounds and set up grounds, locations and spots. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. The world is, this war with Ukraine and Russia is not about really Russia and Ukraine. It never has been. It's just it's the establishing of the front lines. The front lines are going to be in Ukraine. And you can expect it to spill over into probably Poland and Romania and Moldova and probably Belarus, kind of in that area. There will be cheap shots dropped into France and Britain if the Russians can. And there will be, of course, explosions going off in Russia as well. And then meanwhile, South Korea and North Korea will engage, and the Chinese will engage with Taiwan, and of course the Japanese will be involved. The U.S. will be involved on both those fronts, and then the Middle East also. So we'll be fighting a three front war, which is even worse than World War II, where that was a 2-front war. So, and we don't even know where we go from here. We don't know where it goes from here. We just know we're in the last days. Tonight I'll be co-hosting over at ffctv.info. I'll be co-hosting with Israel. I'll be co-hosting tonight with Israel Hall at 7 p.m. Eastern on the Getting Ready shows. Pastor Melvin is out of the country. He's in Colombia. So I'll be co-hosting with Israel Hall on the Getting Ready show tonight at ffctv.show. That's www.ffctv.show. That'll be tonight at 7 o'clock.
All right. Yeah, the video almost end. Yeah. So yeah, like I told you earlier, yeah. This more clear what he explained, yeah. So this war, yeah, with Russia, not just about the Russia and Ukraine and US and Europe, okay? It's spread all over the world. Can trigger the rapture of the church. In case this is real happen, yeah. People need to be ready. Jesus is coming very soon. Okay, like I told you already, the rapture, yeah, will happen more likely, yeah, this year, but the year 2022, yeah, December 25th. Or if the rapture not happen on December 25th, this war more likely happen December 25th. I think this year, a lot of people sleeping, a lot of church sleeping. If this happen, you know, this war and the rapture happen at the same time, a lot of people, yeah, get left behind. Sadly, many Christians too. All right? You've been warning, whether you want to believe it or not. Thanks for listening.